Okay, me and Connor have now switched places, and I will be asking Connor's mom just some questions about how Connor was as a child, and we're gonna start out. What was Connor like when he was really little?
Connor was a rule follower. My sister once babysat him and said it was like babysitting a goldfish. He was very well behaved. If you put him in the corner and he would play in the toy room, and he would just play all day in the same spot.
And at a young age, did you notice like anything that was different about Connor than from other children around him?
Absolutely. He would be downstairs, the obsession with the movies or games. Yeah. When I would see a funny show and I would say, oh, it was so funny, but I could only remember 2 lines of it, Connor could memorize the whole dialogue. And I thought, super. So if I'd wanted him to, watch a show and I'll say, "Kid, tell me everything," and I'd write it down, because he would memorize every single line.
And when did you realize that, or what age did you realize that Connor was going to pursue this kind of career in media?
Well, I think it was probably in junior high. He had announced that he thought he should be an actor, and we said, "You mean waiter?" So we said, no, you need to get a job and an education. And so this was something that he was very, very passionate about. And I remember his sister saying, "I wish so much that I had that kind of love for something like Connor has, like that Connor's always known that's what he wants to do," where she sort of tried to find her way. It took her a little bit longer to figure out what she wanted to do.
And I guess there's probably a lot of moments, but what is, I guess, one moment where you realized that you were he'd done something that you were just really, really proud of him for?
Oh, and there were so many moments. He really wasn't difficult. He never got in trouble, honestly. Wow. And but he got his black belt in Taekwondo on the first try, which was very, very good. He ran in the Spokane Bloomsday in grade 12 and came in the top 10 for his age group, and was just always always had a good purpose. Mm-hmm.
And we were talking a little bit about off camera about his musical theater and drama experience when he came back.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Now, Connor, because he loved acting so much, and so he would perform in all the school plays, and I would go to every one, as would his dad. And but he came home one day and he said, "Oh, they were doing a musical. I think it was Annie."
Yeah, it was.
It was, okay. And then, as I'm drinking my coffee, he says, "Oh, and I've got a solo." And I thought, as I spit out my coffee, I thought, "We don't sing." And I said, "Did you tell your teacher that we're not a singing family?" And he said no. But then, so I thought, oh, this could be rough. And I worried for him.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be.
When I went to the actual production, I thought, oh, nobody could sing. So it was okay.
Wow, just
you were super, though.
You have to say that, though. You're my mother. That's okay, though.
And I guess one more question before we wrap up. I told him that I was going to ask you this, so okay. I'm going to ask you. Oh, no. Are you aware of your son's obsession with Fortnite?
Okay. I got a little concerned when he came for Christmas. He said the Secret Santa got him a Fortnite mug and a Fortnite t-shirt. Honestly, when he's home, he'll come home once in a while, and he's screaming and yelling at the television, and I'm saying, who are you speaking to?
Jordan.
And it's a guy that he's playing Fortnite with. And I said, you sound like an old married couple. But I had no idea. I know nothing about the game, but this is his obsession. And he'll say, I'm so tired because, I have to download the new Fortnite at 6 a.m. Or I'll phone him and he won't answer his phone because he's playing Fortnite.
All right, well, thank you so much for explaining all of these lovely stories, and we'll definitely have more in the second hour.